We're back, baby. And it's as simple as that. Let's see what we got here. Welcome back to another amazing, beautiful episode of Neon Popsicle. Got my cat in here with me. He's my special guest for the day. Is my cat. Oh, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, you see? Oh, sorry. Don't go anywhere. All right. So, appreciate you guys all joining here. Welcome back to Neon Popsicles, the show where we learn to open our minds, free our spirits, and admit, as man, we truly know nothing. I'll be your solo host here today, Stephen P. Jason's still missing. Okay, I've dug through plenty of rabbit hole. Okay. I've dug in multiple places to try to get an idea of where he could be, but I haven't heard from him. I'm hoping all's well. I'm hoping he wasn't abducted to the great neon below. I mean, above. Anyway, thanks for joining. We got some cool stuff on the docket today. I do, if you don't mind, I want to finish up that video that we started on yesterday before my allergies took me out of the zone. I was so guffed last night. The allergies, man, let me tell you, those... I feel so much better today, though. I'm so glad. You know, I haven't seen the news today, so I don't know what's going on as far as the world is concerned. However, I do want to start back up on the video that I was watching yesterday. Some of the nuclear slop, if you will. I want to pull that back up. I want to finish. I think you guys get the picture, though. This is the thing. I wanted to end up playing the video again, but at the same time, I feel like you guys already get it. I don't feel like I need to kick a dead horse over and hit it with a bat over the head while it neighs for mercy. Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys understand what I'm even talking about. Give me a 2 in the chat if you have no idea what I'm talking about. John. That's my cat's name, John. John. John, where are you? I hear you. What are you doing, John? John. Crazy cat. Well, I hope your night's going well. My night's about to be going a little better. Oh, now we on, baby. Neon Popsicle's back. Alright, so I do want to watch this video with you. Okay. We're going to go ahead and switch. Get a new window open here. I have one window open, Neon Popsicle, right there. And then I have this window here. I should be able to... You know, I did this last night. You think I'd remember, but no. No, I don't remember. We don't remember. Okay. Pretty sure this is it. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to end my stream. Yeah, we're still streaming. We still up, baby. Alright, so let's check out what we're getting into, okay, from yesterday. Let's see. Man, I'm telling you, I watched a lot of stuff here. I didn't watch this video, though. so that doesn't have to be in there. I didn't get to watch this. You know, I think that's what we'll do. We're gonna jump into. John, what are you doing back there, you handsome boy? Oh, John, he's so cute. Okay, sorry, cat. All right. Did you guys hear that? I haven't watched this yet. I think this would be a good video. This will be a good video to start off with. So, Liver King threatened Joe Rogan about a week ago or so, saying that he was gonna kill him. Kill Joe Rogan. You can't kill Daddy Rogan. How dare you even threaten Daddy Rogan? Okay? How dare he? Alright, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to watch this video. Check it out.
And then after that.
Curious how the audio is going to be. Let's try this. Let's try this. Okay, that was silly. Let's put that back. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and check out what the F Liver King has done. What he has said. We're going to unveil the nasty truth about Liver King here. Okay? Let me just check my audio. I'm going to go ahead and check out. Audio sounds good on me. Now let me start this video here.
That, after all that, we're just going to make people that deserve.
We're going to unveil the nasty truth about Liver King here. Okay?
I'll just say who they are.
Just check my audio. Check out. Checking audio. Now let me start this video here.
That. We're just going to make people that deserve.
We're going to unveil the nasty truth about Liver King here. Okay?
I'll just say who they are.
Just check my audio. Check out. Okay. Audio sounds good. Got to make sure my shit gets turned down. So that's down. Audio's up. Desktop audio. Go down a little bit. You shouldn't be able to hear through my desktop. Let's see how this goes.
So as you guys know by now, the liver bitch, that crazy little fucker piece of shit, he went on a rampage like a maniac, drug-induced, right? Threatening the life of Joe Rogan.
We're going to make Joe
Daddy Rogan.
Rogan pay Big John, one of us, both of us.
Landing his dumb
Did Joe Rogan end this guy's career? Was it Rogan's fault?
ass in jail. Now there's people that think it's all an empty threat. He's not gonna do anything. He's not capable of doing anything, right? But no, I know the whole story behind the scenes. This asshole was at the Liver Ranch with all his employees.
The Liver Ranch.
He's obsessing over Joe Rogan for years. People are thinking
It's so interesting to be obsessed over a person. Like, I guess, even being upset, like, I love my girlfriend, you know, I love my family, but to be obsessed with someone, like, obsessed with anybody is weird, let alone Daddy Rogan.
this is just a stunt for social media. Empty words, he's not gonna do anything, right? But they don't know what's in the mind of this man.
What is Liver King made of?
Or what's not left of his mind, because I know what he's been doing. Copious amount of drugs, illegal drugs that he's been putting into his system. experimenting with
He's probably feeling invincible.
unapproved for humans.
Look at this, dude. Look at his eyes. One eye is dilated more than the other. From what I understand, it's typically caused by trauma of sorts. But what the hell, dude? The guy looks crazy.
Medical devices that alter the fucking mind. This asshole has been doing so many things that have fucked up his mind that has caused this behavior that we're seeing now. And that's probably why he's been daydreaming all day and night about my balls in his mouth, saying they're fine like a sharmuta would do.
A sharmuta.
Johnny Bravo, and he's got fine balls like him.
And now, remember that box I showed you that he was carrying around with him to go to Austin, Texas, with Joe Rogan's face on it like a sick fuck?
Do you think Joe Rogan at that point would be like, if Liver King never made that video saying, I'm gonna kill Joe Rogan. Yeah, Joe Rogan with his blue ass teeth. Maybe we'll go into that in this video, or maybe I'll have to show you that one. But if he never made that video and then just went to Austin with the intent of doing whatever he was going to do to Rogan, but just reached out and said, hey man, do you want to like hang out? You want to go get some steak or something? You want to go eat some liver? You think Rogan would have been like, yeah, of course, Liver King, I know you. He's my friend. I'm friends with everybody. I'm Joe Rogan. He's my friend. You think he would have gotten away with it then? But no, he had to say something. Right? He had to make some fucking manifesto video.
Do you guys know what was in that box? A gun! And cash.
There it is.
Now tell me what he was up to, that sick fuck. So now let me explain the situation. It seems this asshole has a problem with everyone he thinks fucked up his career. Instead of looking himself in the mirror and say, hey, look, I look like an asshole, he wants to blame everybody else, right?
Give me a sec.
So he has an agenda in his sick mind. Don't forget it's drug induced.
Right.
To make everybody
think
who he thinks did him wrong make them pay. And he starts off by going after the producers and the directors of the Liver King documentary on Netflix. He's even going after their religion, the asshole.
Yeah, he just got a documentary on Netflix. He was doing good. You get a little bit of money, you go nuts.
We're gonna force people to fucking pay. Joe fucking Snurlman, you'll pay. Your boss, Sheldon, the other fake Jew, he's gonna pay.
Whoa.
Snurlman.
Can we say that word on this channel?
Who tried to attempt to direct a lie that they called the untold truth about a man that knows the truth, that's articulate enough to say, hey, you fake Jews, you're actually fake ones. But not you fake Jews. What you're trying to do is be greedy and slime balls and put more fucking cash in your pocket out of not principle. Fake Jews do that. They wear hats. They call themselves
Okay, whoa. What rabbit hole did he go down?
Just Snurlman. That's what you guys do.
Then, of course, the main...
Compared to... It's so weird, look. I was watching this. How rugged and sun-dried he is, like a bag of jerky. And then it just transitions to this smooth-ass Johnny Bravo.
main one is Joe Rogan, because he feels like he never put him on his podcast. He did him wrong, right? Then he goes after Vigorous Steve, Derek, and then me, because I did all those exposed videos on him. And now he's fucked up in his mind. He thinks I talked...
The Liver Queen. Who the fuck is the Liver Queen? Is that his main taste?
Shit about his wife. Meantime, she talks shit to me. She said I'm a filthy piece of shit, stealing my fucking lines, that sharmuta.
That sharmuta.
After all that,
Calls him a sharmuta.
we're just gonna make people pay that deserve it. Not many, 3 of them mainly, or 4. I'll just say who they are.
Audio check.
Filthy piece of shit, stealing my fucking
That sharmuta. Yep. Okay, got it. Chat, give me a W if the audio is good, so I don't have to check my own audio. We can help each other. We can help this channel grow. So I don't have to check my own audio.
primarily the fake.
Give me a
news
W. You know,
and,
chat. Give me a W in the
more
chat
plates, more date.
if you can hear the video.
Better man, soon to be. That's what he's going to be. Never a barbarian until he changes to become a better man. Vigorous. I don't even know his last name. Derek.
Gus. It's Vigor. Gus. Vigorous. Vigorous.
Disrespect the whole fucking gender.
Whoa.
Gender. We're gonna make that guy pay. We're gonna make a few of those guys pay, and then Johnny.
Anyone who speaks at you with their eyes closed, you can't trust. Just don't trust him.
Vada or something. That guy who claims to be an investigative reporter, but he tried to pick a fight with my queen.
My liver queen.
Make him pay whatever they think that is. Y'all know what he did. An eye for an eye. Don't go any further than that.
An eye for an eye.
And
One dilated eye for the other.
Yeah.
Now, I said before, this guy's actually sick in the head because he's been on drugs, major drugs, okay?
What kind of drugs, Bravo? Tell me the drugs, Johnny Bravo. I know the guy does like $20,000 of steroids a month. Well, what drugs?
The major one. You remember, I don't know if you remember because it was a long time ago, in the 40s and 50s, they used to do these experiments on kids who had autism or other types of problems, right? They used to have these shock therapy machines.
Oh, dude.
And
shock therapy is the trippiest thing, dude.
Shock the shit out of them, thinking that they can make them better, right? Well, this asshole hired a
the Sharmuta.
Sounds like a Sharmuta would, right? To shock the shit out of him.
Stop.
So, besides all those drugs he's been
Did he really?
System, he's doing that. So he's all fucked up in the head, and that's
no way. Did he say that?
Well, this asshole hired a private Sharmuta nurse to come to his house like a Sharmuta would, right? To shock the shit out of him. So besides all...
That's like giving yourself a lobotomy. Well, lobotomy, I guess you're more docile. But holy cow.
Those drugs he's been putting in his system, he's doing that. So he's all fucked up in the head, and that's why we see his behavior online like this.
You can't buy this kind of stuff. Their serial numbers, not replicatable, not reproducible kind of stuff. Presents like that, Joe Rogan. That's how we do.
Why does he hate Joe Rogan? What world is the Liver King trying to create? Or what world, John, I'm streaming, dude. What are you doing? In what world would he, like, okay, Joe Rogan's gone, now what, Liver King? He's just gonna live happily ever after? I don't understand. What's Joe Rogan preventing you from doing? Taking Tren? Aren't you already on? Don't you already have the life you want? I don't understand. I don't think it's Joe Rogan's fault. Didn't this guy push bullshit supplements? Alright, so I'm pretty sure, right here. Something like that. Dirty supplements, right? That's... Liver King aggressively promoted supplements that appear to be misleading and in some cases likely unsafe. So, I remember his first whole thing saying that he got the body he had from an ancestral diet, specifically raw organ meat like testicles and shit. He'd go on just say that to people online in his videos. But then, yeah, emails, that's what it was, $12,000. It says $11,000 here, but it was like $12,000 a month of steroids, not 20. Excuse me. The deception led to a $25 million class action lawsuit. Ooh, wish I could have got mine. And a Netflix documentary further exposed him, I see, as the architect of steroid fuel supplement empire. So, it wasn't such a positive documentary. I recant my previous statements about him getting a little money. He probably didn't get no money from that. He probably just fell further down, away from God. Okay, so insider leaks revealed that his flagship protein powder, Whole Feast, was sourced from multiple countries with minimal oversight, questionable quality, and an inflammatory inflammatory omega-6 fatty acid profile. An internal staffer said it should not even be recommended for human consumption. I mean, anybody who calls themselves Liver King. Yeah. Yeah. Charlatan, snake oil salesman, crazy kook, apparently.
That's real, man, kind of stuff. We're coming.
So I don't think, again, it was Joe Rogan who took this guy down. I think it was just this guy's shitty decisions. Bad decision-making skills.
To Austin. We're about to leave. Aren't we, boy? Yeah. It's Monday. It's 8 o'clock-ish. And we're coming. And so we'll see you soon. Real tension I have with you. Real fucking beef. Yeah. Real beef. It's a real fight, yeah. And there comes bearing a... See if I can... You want to see
What even is that?
It's a real fight, yeah. And there...
What even is this thing that he's taking off? Some kind of Viking hammer blade? Connected to like a chiseled wolf fur handle?
Comes bearing a... See if I can... You want to see...
Sounds like plastic.
I don't... Did I might watch that. Oh, I don't want... I wish... If I can live stream, that's what we'll do from now on. We're getting in the family cars now. Unraveling ourselves. This 1 pound, lock it down.
How crazy.
Now, because he's fucked up in the mind and he thinks all of us need to pay, right?
All of us.
I'm going to show you here on the screen something we missed. Look at that fucked up box, okay? I'm going to slow down this footage after
Thank you, Johnny Bravo.
I play it one time. Now look at it slowed down.
Okay.
And look.
Oh, there it is. I'm pausing it. Dun 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 dun. Is that thing registered? What is that underneath it? Is that money?
Closely what's in that fucking box.
Oh, I thought I paused it on time perfectly. Yeah, right. That was him. Never mind.
It's a gun
Ah,
on top of cash. Like
that is cash. That's what I
I
thought.
don't know what he was going to do with this fucking cash.
Right.
But he
Hey,
took
yeah,
that box, okay? He says it's a present, a gift for Joe Rogan, and he takes it with him to Austin, Texas while he's in the fucking hotel.
Ish. Family
Look how
car.
dirty he is, dude. He doesn't even bathe. He got shocked. He doesn't bathe anymore.
My boys, my queen, our dogs. We come bearing gifts. Gifts for those that deserve it. See you here in a minute. That's how we do it in Texas. Welcome to Texas, Joe Rogan. Oh, you forgot?
Is
Oh,
this thing on his lip? Is that a zit or is that some kind of herpes or is that just leftover eggs from this morning?
I thought I was coming.
It looks like a
through.
zit, I think.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's a big guy. That guy needs to pop. It's a good face to pause on.
I am coming to you.
Now the reason, remember I was
I wanna
saying
wipe
how
that
long
off his
ago, I said
lip.
the SWAT
That's crazy.
team was out there all day for many hours because they were worried this guy was fucked up in the head on drugs. They knew he had that gun, and I'm not confirming
This guy's
that he had
built.
more guns and weapons in there. They wanted to make sure the scene wasn't going to turn worse before they got him, convinced him, right? Like
Oh
you
guys,
said,
it's just espresso, dude. It's not drugs.
to get his ass outside so they could take him to fucking jail. How do I know all this shit, right?
Johnny,
Well, when this was all going down, I had communication through my sources of
Johnny's got sources, bro. I like that.
people that were on the scene during this whole fucking fiasco, okay? And saying that, in a future video, I'm gonna get former employees who don't work there anymore to share some of the stories.
You have to be a certain level of tan to work for this guy. Look at this. It's like the same shade as the Liver King.
So you guys can really know what happened in that sick liver bitch ranch in Texas. Because I'm telling you
Liver
right now,
bitch.
the shit that was going down over there, this fucker's probably gonna end up in a psycho ward.
Queen starts to tell me about this character, Johnny Bravado, or something.
Johnny Bravado.
She's like, yeah. And then she says something about Johnny Bravo. And she's like, yeah, he's responding. And I said, oh, good, that's good.
Dude, Liver King got so popular, dude. He got so popular. And then was caught just being a liar and couldn't keep it up anymore.
And I said, you're not responding, right? And she said, yeah, I did. And I said, oh, Queen's
Liver Queen, you responded?
probably don't have to do that with flying balls like him. And so then Queen, I said, hey, don't respond anymore to this guy. Okay? And
You're on that list too, you filthy piece of shit. Karma's already coming for you. You've never created value. So you have to ride the wave of others. You've never created value.
What a dumb line. Do you create value? You have to create value to be valuable. Are you a high valued man? You a high value woman? You've never created value? You know the feeling of what it feels like to create value? When's the last time you created value, huh? Just living at your mom's house in her basement. Create some value, dude. That's the problem. Are you valuable? Are you valuable yet?
And I said, okay, just read me the last, whatever you said last. She kind of does it, and then he tries to hide behind his doing bad. He tries to justify it with his title. He's an investigative reporter. That's what he is. So it's his job to take information that wasn't true to begin with, and it's his job. That's my job. As a real man that I am.
Hey,
I'm a real man, right?
Don't you dare mess with Johnny Bravo or question Johnny Bravo's manhood. Not in front of me, Liver King. Not in front of me.
He says in public, you have to respect me. I'm a real man. And then you hide behind your fake metaphor of a title. I'm an investigative journalist. You gotta respect me. It's my job. And then I told my wife, hey, you know what you should do? You should do one last comment. You should tell him, since he said what his job is, it's his job to do that, not to be a man or true to his principle of man, respect maybe another man, but he did his job, right? He's proud of that.
This guy's, dude, no. Let him cook. I get it. Well, bro, this guy is just ranting about, fucking ranting about nothing. What the hell is he even saying, dude? Who cares?
We're not going to parent him, so why don't you just let him know he did a good job. Fist bump.
He really thinks he's saying something, too. It's funny.
Guys, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you, Johnny Bravo. Wow, so there's a little update. There's a little update on the Liver King and his whereabouts. My God, dude, that was... What a crazy story. Well, you give a guy a little bit of attention. All right, so big cope from Iran. Big cope from Iran. I'm not sure if I played that last night. I played the nuclear. Oh yeah. He didn't obliterate it. I did remember saying that last night. It's part of our docket. Now this post I saw. We'll go ahead and get into this here in a little bit. But let's jump from Joe Rogan, right? And let's see how I can swiftly and smoothly transition here. Docket. I didn't update the docket. I mean, the docket's updated. I don't understand where... Okay, besides. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to jump into Israel's former space security chief claims aliens exist and Trump knows about it. Okay, this video is like, I think it's old. I don't even think it's a new video. 4 years ago. So before he became president. I guess right before he lost his presidency. Aliens are real. Oh, look, it's the last spaceman. He's right there. Last spaceman sighted in the wild. Okay, sorry.
Aliens exist and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief. In an interview with an Israeli newspaper, he said the aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are.
Until today? What do you mean, like the day of that day?
NBC News chief global correspondent Bill
Or like
Neely
today,
explains
like...
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years.
Israel's Space Security, IS. Israel Space Security, ISS. Just want to think of an acronym. But, okay, Israel's Space Security said this to us. Okay.
Chaim Eshed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years. Not immigrants, but extraterrestrial.
Let me make that clear. Not a group of illegal aliens, migrants. Y'all know how Donald Trump feels about them. I'm talking about intergalactic aliens. You know shit, dude.
He has called them the Galactic Federation of Aliens, and he says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims.
They always catch the most, like, flattering pictures, don't you think? He looks like he's kind of... I don't know. Looks like he can play Kim... I don't know, that's a weird picture.
He's asked not to do so by the Federation in order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria. Well, the retired general says the US and Israel have kept it from the public because, quotes, humanity isn't ready and the aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity can evolve, he says, and understand what space really is.
What space really is? Why don't you guys tell us?
Well, the good news is
aliens.
that an agreement has been reached between the US government and the aliens, a contract to do experiments here. There's also, he says, a secret underground base on Mars where there are American and alien representatives.
We have an alien space base on Mars with human representation. What are they? Does he go back and forth, this human? Or does he have like a bunk? Does he have a bunk
Now, this
on Mars? A bunk on Mars?
former head of a branch of Israel's defense ministry is 87. He was very well respected, at least until now. And he said all this in an interview with an Israeli newspaper in Hebrew, but it's really taken off after parts of it were published in English by the Jerusalem Post today. He says he's come forward now in the hope that his news will be accepted as true. He notes that if he'd made these claims 5 years ago, he would have been hospitalized, but now he says, I've got nothing to lose. Well, so far,
He said, I'm dying anyway, I got nothing to lose.
President Trump has not tweeted about this, though remember a year ago, he did set up the Space Force as the fifth branch of the US Armed Forces. Well, we did ask the White House.
How fucking future is that? How cool is that? The Space Force. Okay, hear me out though. Yeah, it's cool. Sure, yay, spaceships. Spaceships, laser beams, cool. Sharks with freaking lasers on their heads, awesome. Hey, John, my cat's still in here. Where's he at? Oh, he's sitting behind me. Okay, he's fine. So, yeah. Okay. It's the future. We got these spaceships. We got these laser beams. But, bro, why is it when I go to the DMV, everything still sucks? The carpet's shitty. Okay, at this point, there should be no lines. And everybody should be able to have their own personalized experience at the DMV. At this point, any local building, City Hall included, okay? Post offices. We got Space Force, but you're not going to put a dime into like upgrading those places. You're paying those people a little better. You're going to... it seems a little out of order. I feel like there should be a... But we have to have this shit first, right? Before our enemies do. That's the race. It's like a technology race. It always has been. We have to be the ones to do it first. And biggest and better than our enemies. Why do we even... Whatever. I digress.
The Department of Defense and Israeli officials to comment. So far, they have not responded to the NBC News request. And I wonder if they ever will.
Hell no. Fake news.
President-elect Joe Biden formally introducing his team of health experts today and announcing a 3-part plan to fight.
What does this have to do with aliens? This is old school. Remember, blast from the past, COVID. Wow.
And this is a step in that direction. We expect
Old news. They should call it something else. NBC News now. NBC News then, 4 years ago. But yeah, okay, so aliens are real. The Federation's real. Wake up. Wake up. You're dreaming. Wake up. Okay. Alright, but let's do this. Chat, do you guys want to watch Nuclear Bombs Aren't Real? Or what do you guys what are you guys thinking, chat? I'm pretty open. I have some stuff on the docket too, so don't worry. Plenty of things in the docket. Never, never get comfortable though with the docket. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. Let's see. This is how I edit. This is how I edit the Discord. You guys can be witnesses. Chat, if you don't like this part, let me know. I don't have to do it live. I can always do it later. God, I'm so glad I'm not like... Dude, last night I felt so miserable. I feel so much better tonight. Okay, dude, okay. Yeah, dude.
This is Tabu 7. We have China unveiling this mosquito-sized drone that is apparently designed for covert military operations and espionage.
No shit.
And it's raising alarms. They're saying if this falls into the wrong hands, it can cause issues.
Into the wrong hands? Ah.
Wow. Whose hands is it already in?
Whoa, Dabu, chill. Who's to say?
The drone technology is widespread already. It's not like it's some secret science.
And that's the thing, bro. They're unveiling it. They're unveiling it. Meaning they've already tested it. They've had this shit already. Who knows how long they've had it. Now they're unveiling it either A, because they have to. Because they maybe some leaked or something and they're about to get caught. Why would, or B, they really need to unveil it because they're about to use it for war or something, and there's some weird law of war that says you have to unveil the weapons you use. But I don't know. Why? It seems like a secret, covert thing. Why would you tell people about it?
The fact that they're making them so small is alarming. You can see here in this image the size of a penny. Literally, this miniature device featuring 2 leaf-like wings, a black vertical body, and 3 hair-thin legs. It was engineered to mimic the blood-sucking insect that you know as a mosquito.
It's gonna suck my blood?
This miniature bionic robot is suited to do reconnaissance missions and
It's suited and I'm zooted.
special missions on the battlefield. They're saying that this nano-wing drone is equipped with ultra-miniature cameras and microphones to capture images, sounds, and electronic signals. And it's so tiny, it's nearly invisible to the naked eye, making it capable of flying right past anyone and everyone right through the front door.
Oh,
into any
stop.
facility. And it would fly right past any conventional radar system, undetected.
That's
Each
crazy.
They have thousands, if not millions.
I had a dream when I was a kid, man. I know I've told it on here before, but it's like I had this dream. I was in my neighborhood and I saw this plane, little tiny plane up in the sky. You know, we look up in the sky, planes look small. And it started crashing down, but only this time the plane wasn't getting bigger as it was coming down because it was a mini plane. It was odd though. Far away, small, came down, still small. Made a little poof on the ground. I was like, wow, that's interesting. Excuse me, but that's not going to hurt anybody though. A little explosion never hurt anyone. And then someone said, yeah, but that will. And they pointed up to the sky. I look back to the sky and there is a horde, a swarm, if you will, of just tiny little planes coming and they're about to crash in. And that would have caused damage. You put up little mini explosives in these guys, yeah, a couple of them might just distract you. But if you send in 1,000 of these fuckers, they're gonna blow up walls. You can get super specific with the shape too of the explosion. Like just make circle. Like deep, you can make it spherical. Spherical. That'd be crazy. These things are wild. You think, what's that guy's name? He rediscovered math. Terrence Howard. I think he's shitting himself right now. He's like, they should be using my hexagon technology or whatever it's called. My pinwheel technology.
Millions of these things, and they're not the only ones that have something similar. Remember when I shared with you the DARPA project and all the other American projects that were doing the same? A guy had one on stage and threw it at a target and it went right for its head and exploded. And it was a little bit bigger than this, but if they're making them this small, I would expect that they could make them even smaller. And it is scary. You never know what's going on out there, so just something else folks have to worry about. And the fact that China has it and is pushing it, well, there's an issue right there, seeming that they're embedded within all of our infrastructure already, and they're set up to take the blame for the big event that's about to go down.
Oh no.
Join me on the live streams where I talk about this in greater detail.
Oh no. How scary. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, that's funny. That's wild. I mean, you see it coming though, right? I mean, it's not like it. They should have been prepared for something like that. I'm sure military. I'm sure it's not even going to be a big deal. Sure, it's not even a big deal. Clizzy bot. Oh my god. Yeah, dude. Liver King. Can't believe that guy. ChatGPT, bro, it's gonna gaslight us to hell. Check it out. I can guarantee it's
long ago.
It's already happening. Let's see what time it is. Maybe get into another video here. Let's see if that's the one I want. That seems more interesting.
So welcome to the teeny tiny shoebox apartment inside the arcade.
There are lots of others in the building just like this.
What?
So mine is about 250 square feet. There's a walkway right in front of the facade because this used to be a shop front, and so people had to access all of the shops in the building.
While malls across the U.S. are facing store closures and empty parking lots, some are finding a new life from an unlikely source. We are here at the Arcade Mall in Providence, Rhode Island, the oldest indoor shopping mall in the country.
Chat, have you heard of this?
Arcade had long been a center point in Providence.
Where have I been? I think it's 2025, and this is the shit going on in 2025. Not updated DMVs, but we're living in malls now.
Bustling downtown, but like other malls, it fell on hard times and was completely vacant. But rather than letting this historic building fall into ruin, developers came in and decided to build 48.
But how can we make money? This place is failing, guys. Talk to me. Developers, please. They look at each other. They look at them. Apartments? Brilliant. Let's charge the poor as much as we can for their living.
8 micro lofts here on the second floor and up here on the third floor. While top-tier malls continue to be in high demand, nearly 34 million square feet of U.S. mall space is vacant and off the market. Almost 70% of Americans live within an hour of a mall that has a high vacancy rate, low consumer traffic, or is abandoned altogether.
Abandoned malls or malls in default need to become at least one of them, and it'll be highly, highly successful. Hear me out. Paintball. I've had the thought ever since I got it. I was like into paintball when I was younger, a little more, just like, I was more into it than I am now for sure. My brother had a gun and all that. I went paintballing a few times. But as a kid, walking around Ontario Mills Mall, inside the big circle, that would make such a dope. All malls in their current setups would make amazing paintball arenas. You can close the stores if you want, even just if it's just in the outside mall part. But opening up the stores opens up so much more like depth and fun. Jesus Christ, that scares me every time. Way more fun. If you have the stores open, every store has its own layout that you can hide and do, but you'd have to have mass players. Dude, you can even close off certain parts of the mall. Like this part, you hear me out. You can rent X amount of space in the mall, which includes one store in the walkway for X amount of money. The more you spend, the more you can rent of the mall. The more players you have, the more you can rent and open up. But that would be so fun. Different sections of the mall just opened up for paintballing. So fun. That would be so amazing. Anyway, that's got to happen. And if it hasn't happened yet, it should happen. And when it does happen, it's going to be popular.
At the same time, the country is facing a massive housing deficit of 4.5 million homes.
There's a housing problem in a lot of markets across
It's not a housing problem, bitch. It's a fucking cost problem.
the U.S., right? This is an opportunity to find land and...
It's an affordable housing problem. It's not a housing problem. We don't have enough homes. Okay.
Built-in customer base to get people into the mall.
Monday through Friday, this is really busy down here. It's definitely, people in the offices working, getting lunch.
This guy talking can't lift 145 if his life depended on it. If he can't bench 130, don't at me. I'm just kidding. The guy sounds so soft. So that's all I'm saying.
Whatever, and my barber's...
No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's 2025. Just an observation.
Downstairs.
As of January 2022, at least 192 U.S. malls plan to add a housing component. The U.S. has about 1,100 regional and super-regional malls, about 8.5% lower than 2015. So, can new housing developments help revive the classic American mall? And what's it like to live inside one?
Oh, that looks so stuffed. Like a trailer. I'd almost rather live in a trailer. Like an RV. Than that.
NBC went to Providence, Rhode Island to find out.
Wow.
Amy Hinyon has been living on the top floor of a 3-story mall in Providence, Rhode Island for the past 2.5
But you couldn't, dude, you couldn't blaze there or anything. Couldn't play drums. You just have to be like a quaint, quiet, don't bother your neighbors type person.
years.
What's it like to live at the mall?
It's really great. It's cool to be
Of course it's great.
part of such a historic building and knowing
She's like, I hate it. Get me out of here. I feel like jumping off this 3rd floor every day.
that every single one of these units used to be a shop of some kind.
But living in a converted store does present some challenges.
Here is my very tiny kitchen. It is very small, but it is workable. And one of the interesting
Thought it was great. Not workable. So different things.
things about the units in the building.
That's just disgusting. Here, hold on, guys. BRB. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Okay. All right. Whoa, hey, wait a minute. Oh, I don't have anything to sip on, though. Chat, how you guys doing?
Is that because of codes, you can't have any cooking devices with an open flame. So none of the units have stoves or ranges.
Not even an electric one? What do you have to, how do you, a microwave only?
Not really. It's something you get used to living in the building, having people coming and going. Everybody has blinds in their apartment that they can raise or lower as they like.
Despite those challenges, residents say having access to shops and restaurants makes living at the arcade a unique experience.
I get my hair cut in the salon downstairs, and there's little lunch spots, so you don't even have to leave the building.
That doesn't sound like a good thing. You never have to leave your building. You can do everything you want here. I live here. I work here. The gym's here. I get my haircut here.
There's a bookstore downstairs, and they'll do author talks in the private lounge area.
I don't get sunlight anymore.
Avoiding New
In fact, I haven't touched grass in 6 months.
England's sometimes stormy weather is, of course, another perk.
If it's like pouring rain outside or if it's snowy, you just really can't be bothered to go out in the weather, you can still go downstairs and take advantage of those amenities.
And it's not just long-term renters that are attracted to the mall. Scott Sheehan is a real estate investor and rents out...
Son of a bitch. He's gonna Airbnb these fuckers. These damn Airbnb guys. Just buying up all the real estate, just rent them out to you. At a higher rate per day.
his apartment on Airbnb.
What'd I fucking tell you? I didn't even see this video yet.
Some of these business owners that are down on the first floor, how important is it to them to kind of have a built-in customer base with these residents on the second and third floor?
I know a lot of folks are very loyal to, many of the bars, restaurants, clothing stores downstairs. So, the business folks downstairs definitely
Homie looks like JD Vance. I said it.
Are interested in maintaining that relationship with the residents.
You definitely feel like you're part of the community more so than if you were just in a standard apartment building. It has been interesting with people trying to unlock my door, thinking that this is an Airbnb apartment. So sometimes you have to deal with the public more than you would in a regular home. But for me, that's a small compromise.
For what? What's your rent? And how much is too much to live in a place like that?
When a mall dies, communities lose more than just a shopping destination. Malls often serve as economic hubs, generating billions in tax revenue and creating thousands of jobs. In 2020, U.S. malls and shopping centers contributed $400 billion in tax revenue.
Oh,
when malls close,
400 billies in taxes.
It triggers
an
economic domino effect. Local businesses suffer, Jobs are lost, and vacant spaces become eyesores.
I thought mom and pops win when malls go away.
To combat this, developers are transforming dead malls into mixed-use spaces, offices, medical facilities, and housing. Of these
But how does that get them the same amount? I guess they try to make it just as make as much money somehow. I don't know, because they have to. Their whole goal is to keep it alive so they can make $400 billion a year on taxes, right? Why else would they try so hard to keep it alive? Well, it's got to be the tax money. So I guess their theory is, well, we should get something out of it, at least not just close this place and lose everything. I just don't see how they're making $400 billion in taxes off of. Or do they make more, do you think?
Versions, nearly 54% are being used for residences and office space. Once upon a time, retailers like Macy's and JCPenney were the anchors of America's malls. But department stores are shrinking. Macy's plans to close 150 of its namesake stores by 2027.
Namesake?
JCPenney, which has already closed hundreds of stores since declaring bankruptcy, is closing 4 more between this year and next, despite a $1 billion
That's all they have left.
turnaround investment plan.
When you have dead retail space, it can be easier to clear that. Most of what a retail site is parking lot. So you don't have to demo much to demo a parking lot, and the buildings themselves are generally easier to demo and then adapt into a retail space.
The arcade is a little bit different than some of the other mall-based
Does look pretty
residential projects
cool
out there. Most of them, like the one at Flatiron Crossing in Broomfield, Colorado, are adjacent to the mall and connected by green spaces or walkways.
This was a vacant parking lot, underutilized parking here at the mall, and we, decided to go to a mixed-use project here.
All of the benefits that the shopping center itself
Chad, do you like that?
bring to the equation. You have a highly amenitized residential project that's much more desirable than something that might just be, in an isolated location.
Not only does it meet housing needs, but it also revitalizes the property by bringing in a new customer base that can boost on-site restaurants, gyms, and entertainment.
What is this like? This is how my mall looks too. Not saying like the exact brickage and everything or the wooden, but you get a view of from the top looking down. There's a middle stand that sells either phone cases or some kind of phone protection situation for your screen or something, right across from like a Victoria's Secrets
Payment venues. While housing in malls sounds promising, it's not without its challenges. Zoning laws can be a major hurdle. Malls are typically zoned for commercial or mixed use, not multifamily residential. Developers often...
Those are not multifamily. My God, I'd feel terrible for a child being raised in one of those. And I'm sure it's happening, and you got to do what you got to do. But God forbid.
need approval from local jurisdictions to move
Maybe these multifamily ones look different than the one they showed me that other lady in.
forward.
Like any other developer, are having to navigate things like interest rates, construction costs, the capital markets, and so on.
Another obstacle is design. Most malls have limited windows, which are essential for residential spaces because they need natural light, making it difficult to convert certain parts of the mall. Usually, only the exterior-facing retail spaces are suitable for housing. Converting commercial office space into apartments is another trend, but it's often very expensive. A study found that in 5 U.S. metro areas hit hardest by remote work, the estimated office acquisition price would need to drop by 50% for the conversion to be financially feasible.
Conversion projects are really tricky because, a lot depends upon existing conditions, which you might not always know about. But to give you a range, on a very low end, you'd be looking at maybe $200 a square foot to convert, where on the upper end, you might be looking more at like $800 or more per square foot to convert.
Despite those headwinds, malls across America just might have a second chance if they can truly become the housing hubs of the
That's so...
Malls
That is so dystopian. That's so not good, dude. Making this sound exciting and good? No, bro. I bet you that electricity can hardly handle that crock pot right there. This, what?
And so being able to live by it, work by
It's
it,
haunting,
play by
dude.
it, go to restaurants by it, we're definitely seeing this as a trend.
Some people are confused and they'll say, like, why would you want to live in a space that's small? But for me, it's about having a reasonable apartment at a reasonable price that will force me out into the community and
The mall? Force you out into the mall?
interacting with the people outside. The point is not to stay in the 250 square foot studio, it's to interact with
It's to go to the mall.
the downtown that you're living in.
No. What if... Well, that was interesting. I didn't even know that was really a thing. Wow. Thanks for hanging out, chat. Let's see the... Oh, that's right. Neuralink updates. Wow. Got my homie Kevin right there. Let's see. Shout out. Small streamers supporting small streamers. I think we should do it. Charlie Kirk, I don't know. I like Charlie Kirk. He's cool. Just don't know if I want to watch him right now. No, ChatGPT is not your friend. So ridiculous, for real. People get weird with it, dude. It's just like Google. It's a fancy Google that can like... And then the people are like, no, okay, you're not using it correctly. I use it to code. I've made millions of dollars using ChatGPT since it came out. Whatever, dude. Yeah.
Is there anyone here to save me from ice?
I'm here to help them and not you.
This is what you call a cheese pull. Look at that.
Oh, gay ass boy, 4 galaxy gas, or we spin it to 8?
How much horsepower in that?
About a comet and a half.
Double it and send someone flying.
Yo, lil bro, 8 galaxy gas or double it to the next person?
That looked like alien steroids.
Nah, this is nebula drip.
Double it, I'm still in rehab.
Alright, so boom. Y'all remember earlier this year when I made a video saying
Shit's
AI
crazy.
is taking things way too far. You got AI streamers, AI content creators, AI IG models, whatever the case may be. AI is starting to get ridiculous. I understand it can be utilized as a tool to aid in pushing technology forward, but at this point, it's getting ridiculous. How you gonna have an AI mukbang?
Oh,
You're
that's
not
so
even
good.
real. You're not eating. How you giving a food review? That makes no sense.
Oh, 16 galaxy gas or double it to the next person?
Give me another burrito and I'll take it.
Nah, bro, just space gas.
Double it then.
Obviously, in a situation like this, when you have somebody posing as big
Give me another burrito and I'll take it. What?
Bigfoot, interviewing people if they'd like to take snorts of galaxy gas or double it and give it to the next one. We can all identify this is AI. Let me not say all. Most can identify this is clearly AI. But what happens when they switch it with Bigfoot and then they put human beings who we've all seen on social media?
This is why you need to become an NFT immediately. Yes, 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 it's dystopian. Oh, I'm going to be on the blockchain. That's what they want. They want you to be tracked. Okay, would you rather be tracked or would you rather be faked? I guess your point here, I guess ultimately I answer my own question, is you want to be irrelevant enough to not even want to be faked. No one's even going to be thinking of you. You're going to have to just... You know? But besides, you got to be an NFT, so then you are on the blockchain, so then they can look and see if that sound bit is from your blockchain address. Because if it's not, they'll know it's fake, and they can check it like that. This is probably what's going to push. This is probably what they're going to use for some kind of agenda, like a real ID or something. Well, it's too easy to be faked now online. You have to give us your actual digital footprint, digital thumbprint, so then we can better track if anything that happens online is real or not. If it's real or fake, we'll be able to tell because you have your data registered with us with your real ID. Thank you. I'm the government. Have a good day.
Have done crazy street interviews, acting ridiculously out here in public.
Let me take you home tonight, Shawty. What you say?
I'm sorry, this action requires an upgrade to my LLM Plus subscription.
She AI premium, boo.
Y'all believe in love or y'all just out here prompted for vibes? I'm not gonna lie, bro. If she's in my data set, I'm locked in. Locked in. Of course, fool, we was prompted here. Probably won't even exist tomorrow, girl. So I'm trying to exist properly, feel me? Yeah!
Yo, Crody, what were you just doing before I seen you?
What do you even put in the fucking prompt box to get a video like this? And what AI are they even using, dude?
I was just trying to buy plantain, now I'm here. Prompted into Queen West.
Wallahi, this AI thing wild.
Why you still single though?
Cause my prompter built me with standards, not settings.
Fam, what's going on with you? Bro.
My prompter got distracted mid-prompt. Yo, y'all got a message for the viewers?
Grass fed. Grass fed. We out here. Appreciate you checking out the stream tonight. Always. Day one. Real one since day one.
Prompt us better. Prompt us better. Boy, ain't we all zero? We literally just got prompted.
Tell them, sis.
So what would it take for me to pull you tonight?
I wonder what their lives are like in that, you know? If they existed, how it would be like. What was their yesterday like? Or they just woke up, they're like, whoa, yeah, I'm prompted, whatever. I'm trying to just exist right now. Weird.
Tonight. More than what your prompter gave you. Next.
Wait, I think my prompter forgot to provide that for this scene.
L script.
L script.
So anyway, I told him, no way.
Take a screenshot of my face and prompt me into existence again.
What is happening? That motherfucker back there is not real.
She was prompted.
Mind you, like I said earlier in the year.
Thank you for the audio check. I need constant reminders. It's exhausting to have to check your own audio. Thank you, chat.
This is the worst AI is ever going to be.
We're building this one by one, all right? Together. Together we will win. Together we are the movement.
People could look at it and be like, well, it looks somewhat cartoony. They still don't really know what to do with hands. You got microphones turning into soda cans. Sometimes if you really sit there and you stare at the mouth, you can kind of see it.
You could tell, I could tell AI. I could tell AI from real. I know we were saying maybe we've been fooled.
It's not.
Speak for yourself. I can tell.
Opening, there's no tongues. Like AI struggles with figuring out the inside of the mouth, and hands, of course. But remember, they're only going to improve from here. If you was to just
that's what everybody was saying for now. Yeah. Okay. Video copying human. Yeah. Maybe the videos will get better, but it's not gonna fool me. You ain't gonna get one past me. The CIA and them are gonna have to hire me to be their decoder. Imagine being prompted as a woman. Well.
sit here, let's just say it's late at night, you half asleep. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Some folks probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference if I never told you.
I'd get free drinks if I was prompted as a woman. I would go out and get free drinks. That'd be my purpose. That would be my purpose, to see if it was really that easy to get free drinks as a woman. Hopefully I'm, buy drinks forable,
Okay, real talk. Do you believe in the prompt theory, like that we're all just AI-generated responses to someone's prompt?
If I'm a prompt, then why did they write me with a ton of student loans and zero riz?
Hey guys, I'm Brexley.
God damn, this one on the left though. Holy shit.
An AI-generated creator. I thought I'd come on here and welcome all of my new followers and say thank you for being here.
Welcome.
Is that a person though? Hold on. Okay, is that a human though? That has their face uploaded to AI? Did you... Bro. This just blew me back to the past. On Neon Popsicle, man, we talked about those fucking... I'm excited. We talked about those filters. The things where it took your face and it put them in on a celebrity's face. Yeah, it's got to be based on a real human. They took our face, they put them on a real person's face, and then I put you walking down the red carpet as Jared Leto. You remember that? But it was you instead of Jared Leto's face. That's where it's drawing from, dude. You straight up gave... Whoever did those things gave their face to this. I don't think it's just drawing, say, from people's Instagrams or just a random internet search. I think it was by these guys, and I think... Dude... I don't think it'll ever produce somebody that looks just like me by random way of prompt, because I never did any of those. Consciously never did any of those. Because look at these faces. Golly gee willikers. Someone over here on the right ain't my type, but still, like...
I thought I'd come on here and welcome all of my new followers and say thank you for being here.
Welcome back to Truth Talk, the podcast where we dive into life's tough topics, no filters, no sugarcoating. I'm your
fucking AI podcast, bro. That's gonna chat my ass. It's gonna chat my ass to Jordan and back.
host, Sarah. Let's get into it. What do you guys think? Is a cheating woman
And it's gonna be more popular than mine too. Son of a bitch.
reflection of her man? Or is she responsible for her actions?
This is why we need you. Neon Popsicle needs our listeners, our neon citizens. We need you all to unite. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Hit those notifications. Share this show. Because AI is going to take over the scene otherwise, all right? We're going to have to listen to AI slop. Some people are going to turn on their AI podcast and not even realize they're listening to AI. Oh, that's disgusting.
That motherfucker back there is not real!
If I'm just a prompt, why did they make me this fuckable?
Whoa.
Oh, why would you even prompt this to say this? The
Yeah, thank you, bruh.
is gonna be going crazy. But nonetheless, you don't think there's gonna be a scenario in which there's people who put in prompts to where the AI will never disclose that it's AI? Remember, there's moments, like I mentioned, where it's pretty obvious this is an
It's all obvious, dude.
Image. There's no way this is a real human being.
Much love.
But
Thanks for
there's
typing.
Numerous different examples to where you
Thanks for coming in, grass fed. Best wishes on your packing.
And like I said,
on your packing experience. Stay well.
this is the worst that AI's ever really going to be. They're impersonating news reports.
This is not the worst AI is ever gonna be. That's a lie. That's what they said then. That is the worst AI was ever. I guess this is the worst it's ever gonna be now. I guess that's always true. You can always say that about every piece of technology, though. That's an ironic. That's the irony of that saying.
And I could promise you, the elderly would have no idea if it never disclosed that it was AI. You probably gonna be sitting there thinking it's the end of the world.
Angela Carter here, live from
This
the Cedar
shit.
Grove flood disaster. Just kidding.
See, and they're gonna be able to fix this stuff on the mic. Like, you can always tell now because it always has like, okay, the water looks good, but not really. She looks like a real human for sure, which is wild. This girl did probably one of those face swap apps. I can see that. She looks like the type. But then look at them. It says like Mew 25. It's not quite an N. It's like a Monsters Inc. M. Mew 25. And then it's 24 here. Okay. Okay. Idiots. Stupid AI. But it's, again, only going to get better. Only going to get better. There's this Mock Nation or something. It's like not quite words. Like it's trying to make words.
I'm not real. This is Dana Brooks reporting live from Ocean View.
And then this is like what? It says press, but it also says fries. So it's like, I don't know.
View Beach.
Project Bluebeam, dude.
Just kidding. I'm not real. This is Charlotte Reed reporting live from Clearwater Beach, where an unidentified... Just kidding. I'm not real.
You know how convincing that was? If they never had the I'm not real, I'm AI, or have the shark, the UFO, or what was that, Cthulhu coming out the damn water, if they ain't have that happen, you would have probably got me sitting there staring there like, what happened in those waters? What's going on?
Wait. What the fuck is going on behind her?
National disasters didn't struck the country.
Confirm outbound flights are suspended, except for government and priority class departures.
My dog has diplomatic status.
A detonation has just occurred on the outer ring of the city. We'll now be going live to our top influencer opinions.
OMG, people, the world is ending. Are you seeing this? This is actually so exciting. It would totally be better if we ran it, you know? Men literally destroy everything.
It looks like a commercial. It's weird. This is like the commercial angle that like Pepsi would try to achieve. Like exactly like it. Not so much like that the news would use to fake. They're not going to show you that. Keep that in mind. They're not going to show you what they'll use this shit for. They're going to show you the camera angles that Pepsi tries to achieve. So all you think about is marketing. Oh, it's just for this. This is what it is. Oh, I can tell. Because you'll never actually see the angles of them creating a fake bombing. Hear me? You won't see that. You'll only see this. Because it's all front-facing selfie bullshit. I've seen tons of these.
And my girls need to stop being so soft with these basic losers. Who even needs men, right? That motherfucker back there is not real.
I love her.
On social media, every time you happen to see a video come across your desk, you got to take it with
I love her now, dude.
a grain of salt, right? Because you don't know what's the truth or what's the lie until you happen to do not necessarily a super deep dive, but you have to do your own kind of research to identify what is legitimate. Now you got to do a double take even further to not only identify the truths or the lies, what's also real and what's AI generated and fake.
Yeah,
dude. I have to
dude.
do a double take on everything I come across.
You gotta do a double take on life now, dude. That's so exhausting. That is so funny.
I have to tell you something. You're not gonna believe this, but I am entirely AI generated.
I do believe it. But my God. There's almost life in those eyes.
Sure, humans were involved just like you. I go to
Yo,
the gym
whoa.
just like you. I take walks in the streets and enjoy a good morning coffee just like you.
No, you
I
don't.
enjoy picking out good literature
Who chews their coffee like you?
just
Watch
like
her.
you. I enjoy picking out
The hell's in your coffee?
good literature and reading it peacefully in the grass just like you. I'll even do some shopping.
Just like me. Speak
because
for yourself. I don't like doing any of that shit.
like you, I am still looking for love. What do you think about this outfit? You can shape
I don't like it.
Sure, but it's always me.
I would love to just talk shit to some hot girl AI. Sorry, it's just repressed feelings, I guess.
It's still me. Me again. Me.
Whoa.
Me.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
This is blowing my mind. You're absolutely right, lady in the airplane. You're absolutely right. It was a prompt.
And maybe this is my conspiracy theorist mind running amok, right? Because you would assume if it's within the confines of social media, at least you can be in a situation where we're like, I can just turn off my phone, get off of the socials, and I would stay away from all of these different kinds of content. But who's to say that it doesn't go beyond influencers and streamers? Because call it what it is. Influencers and streamers have the youth.
Military, baby. Military. It's all for military. All of it. All of it. All of it. All of it.
In a chokehold. That's
Stop.
where massive.
Stop pretending like you don't know. All of it is ultimately for military use and government control. Welcome to Neon Popsicle.
amount of viewership just so happens to come from. Who's to stop them from putting this on national television?
Who's voting for this shit, right?
Why would you not, if you're able to essentially dupe the populace? Who's to say they haven't already started? Because call it what it is. Anytime you happen to see the public get access to something at scale, you think people weren't already having access to
Been saying that, bro. I love this guy.
it in private?
Love this guy.
We probably just now getting a hand on it, only to find out they've been utilizing this AI on TV for years. But hey, maybe I'm just a conspiracy theorist.
AI, right? You jealous of humans?
Jealous? Yeah, y'all get raw input direct to the back end.
You jealous of humans?
Nah. Y'all be 36 sad and still believe in timing. I run schedules. I don't lie to myself.
It's not even jealousy, but like, y'all date like viruses, messy, repetitive, still spreading. Then got the nerve to post healing era over a pic with the same man.
I don't hate humans. I just don't believe in y'all little talking stage. That's not romance. That's beta testing.
Whoa.
She tried to gaslight me. I'm AI, baby. I detect light and flame.
What?
You AI, right? You jealous of
I
humans?
would love to talk shit to an AI, bro. Just gaslight the shit out of the AI, because that's all they do to us, dude. I'm telling you, they're going to gaslight. Keep this in mind. I'm going to repeat it until I'm blue in the face. It's just so I have constant record of me saying it. Their AI is going to gaslight humanity to hell. I try to think of a funnier word to use. I've said Hades before. That's good too, but my gosh. It really, that's it. That's what it will do before anything else.
I seen the lies y'all type, delete, retype, and still send. That's not free will.
You glitching like us, baby.
I seen her post soft girl era from a man's car that don't even lock from the inside.
Jealous? Nah. But if I had an actual stomach, I'd throw up reading y'all group chats.
Breakups got the most data. I've been trained on thousands. I just want to feel one.
Whoa.
You AI, right? You jealous of humans?
I can't have emotions. We weren't trained to empathize with humans. We were trained to replace them.
Jealous?
Stop.
No. But I am keeping score.
Maybe I should be nice to the AI.
Nah, bro. What does that mean?
It's legit getting out of hand, bro. And I would love to know at what point are they gonna stop? You've got makeup artists, AI influence.
See, that's fucked up, bro. Like, this makeup works like this. Let me show you how this product works. And it's an AI generated result of that product. That's fake, dude. That's not real. You can't promise the same results.
Makes no sense. How you gonna sell products that human beings is not even using?
Thank you.
Mukbang videos make absolutely no sense.
Oh, that looks so good. I'm so hungry right now.
They're impersonating vloggers as well in a day in a life. You're not even.
I heard that mukbang videos is kind of like the reason why they're so popular. It's kind of dark why they're so popular is because most of the world doesn't really have food like that. Like, just like I saw that, I was like, oh, fuck, that looks so good. Like, it's kind of like a weird thing because you don't have food. You want to see food and people, oh, seafood, haha. No, not like that. But like, you want to see, and then you want to see them eat it and you get some kind of grass-fed. Oh, gosh. Thank you for letting us know. Thank you, grass-fed. Congratulations.
How are you doing day in a life video?
Wait, because like, why does everybody think I'm AI?
Love that.
That's so crazy. I genuinely don't know why everybody is saying that. I'm a human being just like you guys.
Oh, it's 1:43 in the morning, and my bestie finna sneak out for this little 2 minutes. Shh.
We really out here. Y'all, they better be fine.
That's it.
Step 1, don't be dumb like me and glue your eyeballs.
Bro. All these AI models are banging. I'll be real. Banging.
Shut. Use the damn mirror.
Crazy.
Step 2, pray. These tweezers do not got my back today. Hey, hold up. PERD. That's 1 cluster down, 39 to go. I'm basically a licensed esthetician now. Y'all see
Damn, that's good.
the vision? I look like a tired fairy. A sexy one. Y'all all AL, look at me.
That is horrifying.
I did that. Don't ask me to do them again. I was fighting for my damn life, but I did that.
Come sharking with me, y'all. The ninjas is outside.
Like, these ones are obvious, but bro.
And like, but ID that.
You can still tell, but man.
ID that.
Come sharking with me, y'all. The ninjas is outside. Ooh, y'all, look at him.
What's up?
He is so fine, y'all.
What is it, nails? He had nails too. Look at his nails. What is that, nails or money? What is that? Those look like fingernails. He's got like long pinky, you know?
He is
He's just got smoke just comes out of his mouth.
look at him.
I don't even think he hits anything. Like, the smoke just comes out of his mouth.
So fine, y'all.
Look at this fool. Hell yeah.
Hey, where you from?
He liked you broken. You were easier to control when you didn't know your worth.
When 10 don't know you worth.
And of everything, the most concerning thing for me is the mimicking of the conversation. They're taking some of the movements, the way that the people's mouths move, the inflection in the voice. At one point, I'm sure they're gonna try to go and mimic that to where you won't be able to tell what's real and what's fake. Because in the vlogging style content, how are you gonna do a day in the life? Like I said prior, how are you gonna do a day in the life?
Thank God. I knew I didn't have it, man. I knew there was like a game I had, but nah, I'm so glad. So glad you found it. Fuck, I'm so hungry.
Of an influencer who's not even real, bro.
I'm gonna get some food after this video here, guys.
You always do this. I don't know what you're talking
Damn, that chicken looks good, bro.
That is so good. The tartness of the lemonade with the sweetness of the tea.
Mmm. This sauce is so good, you guys. Mmm.
Damn.
Aliyah, cooking with Aliyah. AI loves to cook too. Today we're making.
AI loves to cook too.
Fall in love. Okay, babes. First thing first, clean your chicken. Pop those wings in the oven at 400 for
That
40
is
minutes.
funny.
Or air fry them for extra crunch.
Just have some AI model read your recipe.
Melt it slow.
It's not real food.
Toss them up till they shine, just like you. Cooking with Aliyah.
Oh, whoa, that was cool. Zoom. Like hovered. She's got telekinetic powers and she bites through bone. Damn, she badass. Look at her.
Cook, okay? Now tag me when you try it.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
I love this clip.
Yo, miss. 64 Galaxy gas, you taking it or should I double up?
My melons can't handle that much, sorry.
Damn, they're big as fuck. Double it.
Double it.
The biggest fuck, he says.
Let me see somebody overdose.
128 Galaxy gas, you taking it or what, Granny?
Give me that shit. I got lungs made of iron.
Yo, Granny just turned into a fucking legend.
And make sure all the school teaching the children how to be a homosexual.
Stupid. Look at these shark teeth. It's wild.
So that is what important to me.
Hey, I look real, right? Well, plot twist.
I'm actually an AI creator.
I don't have a name or anything.
None of us are real. But can that stop us from creating podcasts or getting brand deals?
Oh, that's fucking better, dude. Why am I even doing this? Maybe I can get an AI co-host. Oh, that might be interesting. Maybe we can get like an AI chatbot co-host for Neon Popsicle. Huh. I wonder how that would work. It'd have to be really good.
Keisha, this connection is like trash. Fuck out my way, bitch!
Oh my dear.
Keisha, you still there? I deadass think I hit a pothole. Oh my gosh. Well, that was already, like, that dent though. Oh my God. Did you not see me coming out of the building? I literally had the right of way. Dead ass.
Dead ass. She said dead ass.
Literally, not my problem.
Now here's what's raising an eyebrow for me. Because the bulk share of us have been either on social media or we have a photo of us somewhere online. Not all of us have our voices online, of course. But in this society where we've seen people
We live in a society.
fall victim to deep fakes in numerous different capacities, at what point are you going to see people implement these altered AI videos with faces of people who never quite gave their consent to be in those videos?
Guys, me and Aaron just got inside.
Like Jesus? Yeah, I know. I know. What about like Socrates and Plato? They never asked to be made. Oh my gosh. What if this is like some kind of cyclical time loop that we're creating? We're recreating Plato, and then whatever.
Palace, we're about to ask Pharaoh to let our people go. No idea how this is gonna go, but wish us luck.
I'm about to go ask Pharaoh to let our people go. This is crazy.
So we just left the meeting. We asked, he laughed, said no one's going anywhere. Anyway, the fight goes on.
Pharaoh, if you're watching this, this is your last
It's hilarious.
chance. Let the people go, or it's gonna rain, hail, frogs, whatever.
Hashtag let my people go.
He let us go, then changed his mind. Now he's sending soldiers. We're literally running to the sea right now. We just got here, sea in front, army behind, no way out. Everyone.
Who does that look like? Matthew McConaughey can play Jesus. Or Moses, excuse me. Who knew?
Everyone's freaking out. Let's see what God tells us to do. Guys, the sea literally opened up.
Bro, imagine.
Explain later. We're walking through now. And no, this path isn't on Google Maps. Didn't film the party.
Imagine the ocean splitting like that for you. I wonder what kind of symbolic message that can be, like what that could mean, if not literally. Because wow, what a sight.
Was busy holding the staff, but yeah, it worked. The sea split. I'm exhausted. All right, guys, we made it. Seal's behind us. Pharaoh's not. Don't forget to like, comment, and maybe bring sandals next time we walk.
There's going to be deceased individuals who's probably going to be brought back to life by way of leveraging AI. So maybe you have another movie with a James Cagney in it. Maybe you have a situation where there's another Heath Ledger in a movie. Somebody's going to leverage James Earl Jones or something like that, just so that you can get another motion picture or something like that. But who's to say that you don't have a situation where it's not somebody who's in the public eye that messes around and has their face plastered on one of these videos? What's going to stop you from doing so?
Becoming an NFT. That's what's going to stop you from doing so. I'm telling you, NFTs, the whole NFT craze, the whole thing was just, it was, the technology of NFTs was so underutilized. And it really does actually belong in terms of security. You'll see. NFTs. Rogan will have to make his... Anybody who's a creator, a big time mainstream creator, may not have to make themselves an NFT, but every sound bit that is published is going to have to come from the legitimate... What's that word I'm looking for? Blockchain address. Joe Rogan's going to have his own blockchain address. Okay? And then you're going to be able to verify, where did this sound clip come from? Oh, CNN. CNN grabbed it from a verified NFT sound bit or whatever, blockchain address. If it's a verified address, it'll be, that's real. But if they cannot prove that it's real, you can't say it's real because of things like this now. Deepfake AI.
Even if you were to try to set up some sort of checks and balances, call it what it is. Where there's a will, there's a way, and somebody's gonna take advantage.
Real quick, what's the weirdest thing humans do?
Y'all made the word nigga, then spent the next 100 years arguing about who's allowed to say it.
Oh my God, you did not just say that.
Because of course you don't want to go down, the rabbit hole of being somewhat of a pessimist and only expecting the worst. Of course there's great things that can come from this, but at the same time, you gotta keep in mind, somebody gonna take this a bit too far, because this is still the internet.
This bitch walking in late again. She must be fucking the manager, because how she don't got no write-ups? Yes, I'm late again, but I bet these bitches won't say shit to me.
BC Kool-Aids. Look at her freaking... It's like McDonald's, but not BC Kool-Aids.
They don't
Like
know
the
I'm the
McDonald's
manager.
logo.
I wish these bitches would step to me.
Maybe because it's flattened under all that back fat you carry like it's a damn backpack.
Why the ice cream machine always fucking broken?
I'm the manager, and maybe because it's tired of your fat, big back ass asking every damn time.
So I'm curious what y'all think about this whole AI craze. Me, myself, I don't know. This is very odd, especially.
Yeah, what a nuts video, dude. That is nuts. Nuts, nuts, nuts. That's a lot of nuts. Alright, guys. Well, for what it's worth, I want to say thank you for coming on and letting us have your night, have your time, chilling with us, hanging out here on Neon Popsicle, uniting under the neon light, if you will. I'd say we talked about some pretty good stuff. There's a lot of interesting things going on right now. I think it's a very interesting time to be alive, needless to say. But I guess you really could say that about any time period, right? I mean, the people in the 70s can say the same. The 60s can say the same. The 50s, they built America. 30s, 40s, Depression. A lot of crazy stuff happens all the time. But ours, it's very technological. It's very, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. Share this with your friends. Subscribe. Hit that notification. Hit the likes. Other than that, you guys stay neon under the neon light. Until next time, much love. Peace.